Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This week we're going to do a cleanup of my dad's old Craftsman toolbox. He gave me this toolbox back when I was in high school, and I used it all through high school, college, and afterwards until I started collecting more tools. And it got kind of full, so it's I'm not going to do any restoration or anything like that. It's dirty. It just needs a clean up. I'm leaving all the battle scars on it because they earned them all. They earned every one of those battle scars. So let's get into it. Well, here's my dad's old toolbox. He gave it to me back in the 60s at some point. I don't remember exactly when, but I believe I was in high school, and I got my first car that I owned myself. It was a '53 Ford. I love that car. It had a Hurst. We put a Hurst floor shifter on it and jacked up the rear end, and it was quite the hot rod, flathead. Anyway, I've had this toolbox ever since. I have never cleaned it, so there's probably 65 years worth of grime in there. It's never been really abused, it's just been used. I am not going to restore it. I'm going to just clean it up. It's never been cleaned up. I'm going to give it a good cleaning and maybe some wax. I might use the Dremel with a wire brush on the these parts. Just clean them up a little bit. The rest of it I'm going to leave as is and scrub it, and maybe put a coat of wax on it, and we'll see what happens. After I get it cleaned up, I'm going to put some liner in it and use it to put vintage tools in. I think I'm going to put my set of Powr-Kraft sockets in here, which I bought around the same time, and I've had them ever since, and they've never failed me. So on with the cleanup. Okay, let's start with the tray just to see what works and what doesn't. Man, there's a lot of grime in there. 60 years worth, 65 years worth, something like that. I don't recall ever cleaning this thing. And it's had a lot of tools in it over the years. When I got out of college, graduated, and got a job, one of the first things I did was go out and buy myself a 1966 Impala. It had a 427 and a 4-speed on the floor, and it was a real screamer. And it's fortunate that I didn't kill myself in the darn thing. And I finally realized that I really wasn't meant to be a hot rodder. And so I traded that vehicle in on a brand new 1967 or 69 Volkswagen Beetle. Boy, that was a neat little car. I miss that car. And I've had quite a few since then. Ooh, that. But I'll always remember that 66 Chevy and the little VW Bug. Okay. Well, it's not quite as nasty. Now I gotta clean up this part. I'm sure there were some greasy sockets that were in there over the years. I think this is going to need some more cleaning. I think I can do better than that. Maybe not. I wonder if a little rubbing compound might help that or make it worse. What do you think? Outside looks pretty good. I don't think that's rust. I think that's grease. I don't see how this thing could rust because it was never abused or left in the water or anything like that. It just got used. And it got used hard. It got rode hard and put away wet. Well, not wet, but anyway, you get the drift. Yeah, I never abused this toolbox, I just used it. I'll do the ends off camera, kind of awkward. Okay, let's try little mothers and see what happens. No way this is ever going to look new again, but well, at least with what I'm going to do to it. Like I said, I'm not going to restore anything, I'm just cleaning it. Just taking a little bit of grime off of it. Let's try a little test spot in the tray here. Well, I think that's about as good as it's going to get. What's that? That shouldn't be there. Might have to use a little steel wool on that. Let's see if that'll come off. Huh. Looks like putty or something almost. Yeah, it's coming off. All right. Well, I'm not going to bore you guys with the rest of this tray. Looks like what I'm going to do is try to clean up any stains or stuff like that, and give it a coat of cleaner wax, and I'll bring you back after I do that. Okay, I'm going to give this a preliminary cleaning with some whatever's in here. I don't think it's 409. I think it's probably LA Awesome, but I forgot what I put in there. Anyway, it's some kind of cleaner, and I'm going to give the box a once over with this stuff gently, just to get the top layer of grime off of it, and let's see how that goes. That looks like some grease or something there. A little bit of rust, maybe? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to go over the whole box inside and out like that. Don't need to bore you with that. I'll bring you back when that's done. Well, I'm going to try something a little different this time. I ordered this polishing set from Amazon, and let's see if it will make my job a little easier. I'm going to use some hand cleaner, which is the antique radio guys use this kind of stuff on radio cabinets, bakelite cabinets. I'm going to try that with the coarse pad, and let's see what happens. So let me get set up. Alright, I'm trying this on the bottom of the toolbox just in case it does something bad. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm making up as I go along. The idea here is just to get it really clean, and I believe it's doing that. I got it pretty clean with the first pass, but now I believe it's really clean. I wonder what that is. Some kind of gunk. Okay. seems to work. At least do what it's supposed to do, which is get it clean. Now, I'm going to try to hit it with some cleaner wax here. And let's see what that does. Bring you back in a minute. All right, let's try the cleaner wax. See what happens. This is an experiment, and I have no idea how this is going to turn out. It's certainly not going to look new, but maybe it will at least protect it. All right, we'll let that dry and buff it. Well, this certainly doesn't make it look new, but then I didn't expect it to. It's an old toolbox with a lot of battle scars. But I think this procedure will be a good one to follow on the rest of it. It's going to proudly show its battle scars. And at least, hopefully for the rest of its life, it will be protected anyway. So, on to the next step. I think I'll go to work on the hardware with the rotary tool. And this looks like it's going to work okay. Onward we go. This is kind of an experiment. I'm not sure if the polished hardware is going to go with the theme of the toolbox with all the battle scars, but that's just it looks like that's the way it's going to be. I think I'm going to kind of like the look. But we shall see, won't we? Okay, this first one was just an experiment. I'm going to do the rest of them, and then we'll take a look and see what's next. I'm not sure if I'm real happy with this or not. I'm debating on whether to do full restoration on it. I'm going to go ahead and finish this cleanup, but I'm kind of leaning toward at some time in the future, the near future probably, doing a restoration or a resto mod on this. I don't know that I can recreate the same paint, but I can sure clean it up and repaint it. And I know for a fact that my dad wouldn't mind. He wouldn't mind at all. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm going to go ahead and clean it up, and I'm going to ponder. I'm going to go ahead and finish cleaning this up and go ahead and put a liner and some tools in it. And I think this might be a candidate for restoration, resto mod anyway, because I don't think I can duplicate this paint. But I can make it look a lot better than this. And I know that my dad would not care. He'd probably be happy to see it cleaned up and repainted. So that may be a project for the near future. We'll see. Here's the Craftsman Toolbox after a cleanup. And I think it's not particularly impressive. It still looks pretty gnarly. However, temporarily I'm going to leave it like this. I put some Powr-Kraft tools in here. It's a Powr-Kraft speed wrench that goes with my Powr-Kraft set that I'll show you in a minute. Powr-Kraft screwdriver, Powr-Kraft pliers, and these are these little combination tool that belonged to my dad. Now, I have a full set of 1/2-inch Powr-Kraft sockets that I bought in, I think it was 1964. And I've had them all these years. And let me put this thing on the tripod and we'll take another look at them. This is a full set of 1/2-inch sockets that I bought brand new back when I was just a youngster. I think I presented them to myself for my 21st birthday. It's a full set. Kept them all these years. They've never failed me. Powr-Kraft. Bought them at Montgomery Awards in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. And the full set is still here. So I think these are really cool. These have turned many a bolt on quite a few cars and motorcycles. So I thought this old tool box would be a good place to keep them. Unfortunately, I got rid of the original box that came in, and I've been kicking myself ever since for doing that. But anyway, thought you guys might get a kick out of seeing these. These are all original, all the original set. It's all there. I'm not particularly happy with the way the toolbox came out, and I'm thinking about doing a full resto on it. But if I do, that's going to have to wait for another day. So, too many projects in the pipeline. Anyway, this will be a good place for those to repose while we go on to other projects. I hope you enjoyed this little look and clean up with my dad's old Craftsman Toolbox and some Powr-Kraft tools that I've recently started to collect. I suppose I've had that set of sockets for quite a while now, and they've served me very well. I've still got the full set. I've taken good care of them all these years. The toolbox, I'm not really happy with the way it came out. I don't know whether to leave it like it is or maybe redo it, give it a new paint job. It's in good condition other than the paint, and I think I have some paint spotted on Amazon that might fairly closely match the original paint, so I may do that. Let me know what you think in the comments. Should I leave it alone or should I do a number on it? So anyway, if I decide to do a full restoration on it, it'll just have to get in line because I have some other stuff in the pipeline. But meanwhile, it's adequate for storing some of my tools that I treasure, I suppose you could say. So anyway, I really appreciate you watching my videos and coming along with me on these little adventures. And I would be very happy if you would subscribe to my channel if you're not already. If you are, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Please leave comments. I love the comments. I always answer every one of them. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.